Good morning, Piptown. How are we doing today? I am excited that we have some new things to showcase for you today, namely a little bit of Willa the Witch and a 5-star Majisto's Tower. But before we get into it, let me say hello to Theo, Mike, Kate, Fernando, and Ninja. What's up, guys? Captain Flameheart, good morning to you as well. Just popping in there right as I started saying hello to everybody. Ninja says, I love your vids. And Ninja, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for loving my vids because I'm a little bit of an egomaniac and I love it when people tell me that they like me. So there. Ooh, it's still too hot. All right, I can't drink the tea quite yet. So, everybody, of course, is going to wonder what is the status of this update that was promised to us an entire week ago and has apparently been in the Apple and Android approval process over the past week. And the answer to that question is, I have no idea. We have not received any new information about that, so I'm not even going to waste time talking about it. But instead, we are going to get into the work today. Now, I do have to point out a couple of things. Number one, I do not have the 5-star Majisto's Tower yet, but we will be getting it right at the beginning of today's stream, and I will show you exactly why. Why you know has the 5-star Majisto's Tower? And you tell me that you do. I don't know why that little Jamaican voice came out, but there it is. All right, I need one more tile for 5-star Majisto's Tower. And if we come in and check what's going on in my Brixpedish, you will see that the Majisto's Tower is literally the first tile I am eligible to get here in the Brixpedition board. But we'll save that until we get to the Brixpedition. Guys, you know how it works. We always start with the arena. Ahmed says, has Maria messaged the content creator chat at all? The answer is no. We have no news from Maria. Maria very rarely connects with the content creators. Emilian actually says hello from time to time and will give us whatever updates he has, which are not very many, but he will give them to us as he has them. Maria pretty much never says anything, so meh. And yes, the Woo event is coming soon, Ninja says, so if you guys haven't gotten your pirates ready, please do. I am under the impression that there will not be a new level of Majisto. I'm pretty sure, Woo. So if you already have Woo at 6 stars, you might not even see the event because there's nothing new for you to get. So, meh. But 'tis what it is. And Fernando says, I hope I can get the 6-star Woo. Well, I believe in all of you guys. You should be able, you should have had plenty of time at this point to have upgraded your pirates as far as you need to upgrade them. Oof. Let's see, that stinks. I'm going to need to now do things a little bit differently here in order to try and get enough damage on the table on Redbeard. If we can take him out right from the beginning, this should be majorly helpful. Yes, we do. 9,000 damage right off the bat coming into Majisto baby. Coming into Redbeard. Now, we might end up losing the Yeti here, which is of course not great. So what I'm gonna do is actually do a little heal on my Majisto. Now I also need to, okay, we're gonna take a little bit of a risky risk here. We're gonna go ahead and put this defense up buff to reduce the damage taken by the Yeti, then kick out a heal. Now the hope here is that we are just buying some time, for us to be able to survive a lot of the incoming damage. Now, can I do enough damage to Hank to take him down? If this crits, it would be excellent, but it will not. Now, ooh, bummer, major bummer. I know that Scarlet is most likely going to heal. I know that Cook Bart is probably going to heal as well. So, let's go ahead and get this taunt off so that the damage has started going down onto Locust, please, and thank you. See if the Yeti can actually survive long enough to get his ultimate off, but it's going to be very tight because I am getting just rocked by these guys right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw out a little bit of debilitate on everybody here. Hank is just rocking our socks right now, guys. Hankity Hank Hank. Let's see if we can just take you out, sir. We do. Now, I am going to actually just do some normal attacks here. Unfortunately, we don't have much of a choice. We have to kill Scarlet first because we're running out of opportunities to destroy her, as it were. Let's see if we can get her out. We do. Excellent. The Yeti gets tossed into a little bit of stealth here, but now we can grab a taunt and we can grab, ooh, very nice. Let's go ahead and put a little vulnerable on him. The Yeti has counter damage, so Cook Bart is going to attack and then we will attack him back. Hopefully we will clap him out right here. Come on, get him. Woo! We get the win right at the beginning of the day, position 45 in the arena. That was a pretty close one. Hank really spanks. Hank the Spank. Woof. That's what they should call him. Hank the Spank. Yay again, nothing new to do again, says Mike. Mike, I'm sorry, bro. I can only give you the news as it comes to me or as it doesn't come to me, I suppose is a better way to say things. Let's go into our heroes. Let's go ahead and get all of our extra energy and whatnot. Master Burnibus, we've only got 4 stars or 4 tiles left to get of Master Burnibus. I don't know if I'll get him today. I would have to get extraordinarily lucky. Has happened before, but most likely I'll end up getting him all tomorrow. Okay, let's see. We grab our 100 gems here. Now, how about 100 gems here? See what we're rocking. 'Cause I just wanna rock. DJ. Okay, let's go ahead and grab all these. And while I'm doing all of this stuff, you guys have seen me do this all the time. So we're gonna go ahead and just sort of like rip through all of this stuff. I'm thinking we see the update the coming week. Most updates come on a Monday or a Wednesday. Well, you might be right. I hope that you are right, Captain. Oh, look at this. 1 Burnibus tile more that we need to get him up to 7 stars. Whoo! He's going to be there so soon. So soon! I hope for quality of life improvements and some nice, funny stuff for Christmas. Everybody's hoping for some good stuff for Christmas. I would love to say that they will definitely put in some good stuff for Christmas, but as everybody who plays this game knows, we don't know. All right, so here's my Willa unlocked at 3 stars. I just have this one last piece of gear to get for her. I need 6, count them 6 fancy shields, and then I will be able to have her at gear level 7. Hopefully that means that I can really start hammering away at some folks with her. Mike, only 15 tiles away from 7-star Quincy, but that's in this month, has been a big letdown for this game. Mike, most people agree with you that this month has been relatively unexciting. Ooh, we needed 6 and we got 2 in 160 energy. That is terrible. But we do have the Glyph Hunt and the Pip Town taken care of, so should be good to go. But Mike, yes, sorry. This month has been particularly slow for this game as the new dev team has been figuring it out as they keep on reminding us over and over and over again. It would be excellent, well, it would actually be excellent for them if they could release some sort of update after having taken over the game this month. For Christmas, for the holidays, for New Year's, whatever. They really, really, really need to be seen. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course you know what I mean. You guys are here all the time. You know what I mean. So there. Ahmed said this month has been a big letdown, just like the new dev team. And Ahmed, it's hard to disagree because we haven't actually seen the new dev team do anything. They've had less communication than the old dev team. They've had fewer updates than the old dev team. And they haven't been particularly willing to share about the updates or the update process. Hence, my first comment about there being significantly less feedback from the team in general. And they seem to misunderstand what we want in terms of feedback. It's okay to not always have the answers, but in this case, what we would like to know is that you don't have all of the answers. You know what I mean? We want to know what you're working on so we can know what we should continue to do. Should we just move to a different game? I would imagine that they don't want us to do that, but if they don't update this one, then it's going to be hard not to. And that's what everybody, I think, is feeling at the moment. All right, let's come into the shop here, finish out these purchases before we get to the main event today. It's going to be grabbing that fifth star on Majisto's tower and showcasing a little bit of our magical team for you guys out there. Who knows? They changed some things like, wait, hold on a second. This is the event store. I'm getting tier 4 set tools right now. Who knows? They changed some things like double looting, bricks reset on local time, like they also did with the arena payout. Yeah, I mean, I guess they made those changes, but that, like, fine, you know, it's like slight quality of life improvement changes. It's not even big quality of life improvement changes. And then Captain Flameheart says they're going to concentrate on events for the near future. At least that was the hope. They haven't really done that, so to speak. So it would seem. I had a look at Discord. Maria was more active than I thought, but there was nothing she said that was new. Just that we are waiting for the update. The only message they said to share is soon. Yeah. And they won't tell us what's in the update. So one of the things that the content creator program pointed out to them is that we can help you disseminate information about what everybody is expecting. And look at this. Also, I really hit the nail on the head with how much I needed to save up master currency wise in order to unlock Willa. Look at this. I am now down to 0 currency and I got 13 extra tiles for her, which was just like barely enough to get to 65 without running out of master currency. I nailed that one. I've said it before, but why no screenshots to get us hyped? Why all the secrecy? Yes, Mike, we have actually said the exact same thing to Emilian, and Emilian's answer is, I only give you the information that I have. And we're like, yes, we know that. We're telling you that you need to go get more information, Emilian. Like, go to the dev team and ask them for more information, because what you're telling us right now is nothing. And you might know nothing, so you need to go educate yourself in order to educate us. Go to the dev team. Go. Ask them what they are working on, and then report back to us. Go, minion. Like, that's what we keep telling him he needs to do, and he just keeps not doing it. Also, Extreme Gamer, what's up, dude? How are we doing? Mike, what did I miss? Asks Extreme Gamer. Mike, I will let you fill him in since he asked you to do it anyway. When you started playing Lego Legacy, Ninja, I assume that's a question, as in when did I start playing? I started playing in, what, March, April, whenever the game officially launched on the App Store. Okay, so I've completed all of these. I've opened a bunch of things. Now we should be able to come in here and get more stuff, which should be able to allow me to get more of those shields, because I should be getting at least 100 energy in here somewhere. I'm doing good, Extreme, doing good. We did not get a lot of sleep yesterday because we were awake, getting that COVID test. We're going to see my in-laws, or my soon-to-be officially in-laws, over the course of Christmas. So we had to wake up, and despite the fact that Kelsey and I already knew that we were COVID negative, we still had to go get the test anyway because safety. So that's why we missed the stream yesterday, guys. I actually unlocked Willa yesterday, as all of you would have known who have been following along, but I was busy standing out in the cold to get jabbed in the nose. Are raids in the update Extreme? I sincerely doubt it, but we do not know. Raids are still in Emilian's laptop, says Mike. And Ninja, can you put the LEGO Legacy Discord link? We've had people ask about this before. They have the Discord link linked on their Facebook page. So just go to Facebook, look for LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, and the Discord link should be right there in the description. If that's not the case, let me know. Okay, coming in here, and let's see if we have enough energy to grab 4 more of these shields. Don't be stingy, Willa. I want your shields. We have 180 energy. I only need 4 of them. Give me your shields. There's 1. Since we had 160 energy and got 2 last time, I'm just gonna max loot this thing and see if we can get 3 more with 170 energy. That's 17 attempts, and I only need 3 shields. And we get 6. Now we get 6 of them, of course. Ugh, the RNG. The RNG! Okay, but that is enough for us to equip the Fancy Life Jacket 3 and upgrade our Willa to gear level 7. I am stoked. Getting close to 57. Excellent, Extreme. Excellent. Okay. It would, but it won't be like Matt said in the past. They would be flashing it in our faces. Yeah. I really still do believe that if they were to put raids in, they would definitely let us know, because it is, among all things, the one that everybody is the absolute most excited for and has been waiting for the absolute longest. So I doubt that they will put raids in the game without telling us ahead of time that they're going to do so. Okay, but I digress. So I have favorited a new collection of heroes here for everybody to see. Master Wu, Master Burnibus, Lloyd Majisto, Basil the Batlord, Willa the Witch, and Vankman. These are going to be the people that I am moving in and out of the team as I level them up to try and see what makes the most sense. Right now, I'm going to be running Master Wu, Master Burnibus, Majisto, Basil, and Willa. The idea here is that Master Burnibus will benefit from Majisto, obviously, to increase his speed. He also brings a taunt clear and a passive chance to counter attack in order to gain health because Majisto is alive. Basil the Batlord and Willa, the obvious combination to use together, especially if you're going to be running Majisto's Tower or Trader Transport, in my case, Majisto's Tower. Then, we're going to be adding Master Wu onto the team for another magical character. He brings another taunt clear and an AoE heal. So, all together, we've got Master Wu who has an AoE heal, we've got Basil the Batlord with an AoE heal, we've got Majisto with a single target heal, and then we have Burnibus who will heal every single time he counters. Not to mention, whoever we heal with Majisto will also get payback, meaning when they counter, they will also heal. So, we've got 1, 2, 3 gear level 7 characters. The rest of them are all level 60. What I'm going to be looking for is whether or not this team produces enough damage. If they do not, then I will be swapping somebody out for Vankman. You can see that Vankman is ready to go. Oh, he's right next to me here. You can see that Vankman is ready to go up to gear level 7. I just haven't spent the actual currency to put him there. Additionally, he's ready to go up to 4 stars, and I could use the rest of the money to get him up to level 60. Vankman, as you know, is also a magical character, meaning that he will assist with getting more of those stacks of enchantment out across the team. But if I put Vankman on the team, then I am losing some utility somewhere, most likely in place of Master Burnibus. So then I would be running a team with Wu, Majisto, Basil the Batlord, Vankman, and Willa the Witch. Unless, of course, I find that I already have enough healing on the team, in which case I would actually swap out Master Wu for Vankman in order to increase the amount of damage output that this team brings to the table. So that's all of the thought process that I have going for you. I'm going to come in here to this event and go into Brickspedition. We're going to start things off here with the team I told you about, with the Majisto's Tower, just so everybody can see how they function. Now, reminder, we have ample use of guild allies, so I will be throwing them in as we go, but try and pay attention as close you can to the 5 main characters here. And after we get to Majisto's Tower 5 stars, maybe I'll swap out my arena team and see what happens. I have a feeling I'm gonna get trounced, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, normally I would go for Hank first, but I guess I will go for Hank first because he does have the potential to deal a lot of damage. Let's see if I can keep Zane from having a turn. Oh, so close. Not so close, and yet so far. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and grab our taunt and our AoE with Basil the Batlord. And then let's see if we can take out a little Reed action. Let's see if we can take out a little Kai action. I'm not focusing on what their abilities actually do and the synergies that they provide quite yet, because these first couple levels are so easy that it doesn't really matter. You could come in here with anybody and basically just run roughshod over the entire team. So it's not really a great showcase of the team's potential. Extreme says, I would like to know where they are with raids. Are they working on them? Are they not? Yes, Extreme. You, me, and Dupree, we are all waiting for that exact piece of information. They just don't seem to want to give it to us, which none of us understand. But we can only push them so far. I think they're going to work on it soon. Thank you, Captain. I imagine that that was a facetious comment about their ability to say that everything's coming soon. Ninja says Majisto's tower is overpowered. Yes, and Stealthy, I did get Willa. I'm working with her now, babies. I'm working with her now. But yeah, so generally speaking, we can see that the total amount of damage output from this team is, as we suspected, relatively low. Now, that has a lot to do with the fact that, for one thing, a lot of the people on our team are only 3 to 5 stars. So, there's still a lot more room for them to improve, which is great. In the meantime, it is surprising to see that they do actually function very quickly, but not surprising to see that they are all pretty fast. We know that Basil the Batlord is among the fastest tanks. Majisto is the fastest character in the team and gives Burnibus an extra 25% speed, which is amazing. Wu is very fast. Willa, I think her speed is 108. So she's not the fastest, but she is definitely in the top 50% for speed. Now, we have just gotten our 75th tile. Let's come in here and upgrade Majisto's tower. Thank you, sir. Now, I've been saving some of my building tools because I want to upgrade this ability and this ability first. First, I'm going to go ahead and add a level up to the 4th ability. This adds that when a character with enchantment gets hit to 0 hit points, they instead gain hardy and lose a stack of enchantment. Now, this next one, an increased chance to gain stealth, is not as important to me. So, we're going to come over here to the 3rd ability, level up this one, because we do want to increase the chance to gain stacks of enchantment. That's going to be the next most important thing to me, is the chance to gain stacks of enchantment. So you'll see, I'm going to use this again right away to take this from 4 to 5 for the increased chance to gain enchantment. That's what I want the most. Now, wow, this set doesn't require any of the tier 4 building materials. What is that all about? I thought for sure that it would. That's why I was buying all of them. Wow. That's crazy. So it only requires the tier 3 building materials. Excellent. Okay. Well, now I'm short on those, but those are much easier to get than the tier 4 ones, so it won't take me too long. I think after that, the next thing that I'm going to work on is actually... I've got 2 castle tanks the way I'm running it right now. I have no castle attackers, but this one increases the chance to counter. I don't know where I'll be going first, but I'll probably go with this ability first. To go from hardy to stealth is an excellent defensive maneuver, so I'll probably do this one first once I get back up to 30 tier 3 ability mats, or tier 3 set tools. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, we got that guy going in there, and we just upgraded our Willa. Let's come into the arena and see how badly we get rocked if I actually switch to this arena team. Let's do it against, I don't know, let's do it against the one-shotting ninjas and see what happens. This, I have a feeling, is going to be a mess. All right. Let's come in here and see what happens. Mike. One thing that's certain is raids need to come soon or players will walk away. There are hundreds of games out there that have so much content that you can play. Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely, for sure. This is something that everybody's been talking about for a very long time now. Okay. What do I want to do? Just a basic attack, I suppose. Now, I think Lloyd should be getting his... Yes, great. And Willa goes down right from the beginning. Ouchies. Okay. Well, Willa certainly can't hold up, and I don't have anybody that could go any faster than that, which is not particularly helpful. So, Basil the Batlord means he's probably going to die. Yes. Too much damage on the enemy team. Oh, look at that. We just sucked that big hit from Garmadon. Wow, very nice. I will take it. In the meantime, let's go ahead and, I guess, just sort of keep everybody alive at the moment. I need to heal everybody, please, and thank you. Jay just going absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead and heal everybody since you're about to die anyway. Now, if I need to wait until I actually have people eligible to do useful things, let's see how this is going to go here. Everybody gets stacks of enchantment back again. Man, it is really too bad that Willa got hammered on that first attempt. Immune, immune, immune. Okay, finally out of stealth and then goes right back into stealth again. I think in this case it looks like we have to start with Lloyd because the damage is too slow, which means Lloyd is just going to keep on putting people into stealth over and over and over again. Surprisingly, it is taking quite a while for them to actually defeat us because of the fact that we get so much hardy here. So we did lose, which I completely expected us to do, but not as quickly as I expected, because I was thinking everything was just going to be a one-shot here, one shot here, one shot there, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we get our butt kicked in by the merry old Lego ninjas. Hey, that actually worked out. All right, well, I see some potential here. If they hadn't targeted Willa from the start, we probably actually would have won that battle because of her ability to flip all of everybody's buffs. Obviously, with the ninjas, the biggest problem is stealth. So, that's what we have to worry about. Okay, guys, put in your bets for the premium bag. What are we getting today in the premium bag? Put it in now. Ninja says, I think Majisto's tower is going to be nerfed. I think only Space Odyssey is required tier 4 ability. Stealthy, I don't know what you're talking about. Captain, only Eldorado Fortress Ecto 1 ISO Alpha Centauri need tier 4 set tools on the 5th level upgrade. Thank you, Captain. I didn't know that those were the only ones that needed it. My ISO was using it, and my ISO is is one of the advanced sets, so I assumed that they had all needed it because that's what I got it for. You should add Aurora for Willa back. Stealthy, if I were to add Aurora, she would provide exactly 0 synergy on the team, which is why she's not on there. Ninjas are so annoying to fight. They should be glass cannons, but it seems the glass is reinforced. Yes, Theo, we've talked about this before, actually, and I agree with you. The ninjas dealing an extraordinary amount of damage is a very cool mechanic, but the fact that you can't actually hit them makes them very, very problematic. Of course, if you look at the people that are at the top of the arena, it is this kind of spooky combination team, especially if you have Slimer or the Ghost. I do not have the Ghost, which is a big, big problem for me, but it is what it is. Matt, this team needs Ghost to be effective, but once you have him, I found they can hang. That's the idea. I think this Brickspedition, not sure what you're talking about there. Okay, and now we have the votes in. 12, we've got Kai, Headley, Major Kartovsky, some Sal Tiles, some Gorewell, and Stealthy's just adding everybody. Okay, we've got a vote for 25 Go-Go Tiles. Let's see if anybody gets this one correct. The premium bag coming to you is 25,000 gold and 12 yuppie tiles. Did anybody have a collectible character in there? It looks like not really. Boo earns, but we need 2 more yuppie tiles to actually unlock the yuppie, which does us no good at all, really. So let's come and hop back into the Brickspedition, finish that out for the day while we are continuing to work with this Majisto's Tower team and sort of figure in things out, right? Right. Okay. We'll go right here into the middle. Level 60, gear level 6 is the recommended difficulty for this particular board. So let's see if this gives us something a little bit hardier to work on so that we can see the synergies on the team. Kai, Redbeard, Aurora, Willa, Basil. That's good for Arena, says Stealthy County Champion. Interesting. All right. Redbeard goes first because Redbeard always goes first. Now, we get a little bit of this in here. I don't really need to do the AoE because I don't need to do the AoE. So normally it would do it automatically. Doesn't really matter. We're going to go ahead and clear that taunt off of the Locust, which means everybody's going to get healed. Now, Willa comes in. I can put fear on Captain Redbeard. I can deal damage to everybody with a chance to flip buffs. I can deal a random debuff. All right, so let's do this one to Redbeard. Put some fear on him. We're going to go ahead and spread that fear. Excellent. Gotta spread that fear. Liking it. Me likey, spready the fury. So now we're in this interesting spot where my woo has actually put too many people into stealth. So that actually could be a problem worth looking into, actually. Okay. Let's see what's about to happen here. If I do a basic attack, I know that Scarlet is going to get the taunt now for several turns. Redbeard, I'm going to go ahead and grab the taunt on Burnibus, I think. Now I'm low on stacks of enchantment for everybody. Let's see if I can do some damage and flip everybody's buffs to debuffs. Not too bad, actually. But I have a feeling that Redbeard is about to come in and cleanse everyone. So that might not have been the best thing to do at this point. Let's go ahead and do some grand AoE damage from our Majisti. What I'm finding right now is that my woo is actually causing problems I didn't expect, interestingly enough. All right, unfortunately, instead of using woo's special, I need to remove that taunt. So that is the only other thing to really consider here, is that if I were to replace woo, I would lose that taunt removal, and me likey the taunt removal, because the taunt removal is key. Okay. Clear all the buffs from them and give them to our team. All the debuffs from us and give them to their team. 100% chance, blah, blah, blah. If they don't have any buffs, they get feared. And all heroes gain prepared. Oh, right. So we can do this from Willa, so everybody's going to have a guaranteed crit on their next attack. That, of course, is a very big one. Now let's lock everybody out of their abilities and give vulnerable to everyone and see what happens here. Because vulnerable guarantees a crit and prepared guarantees a crit. The question that we're going to look for is, does the prepared go away? No. So check that out. They use the vulnerable from the target instead of the prepared. That means I will have 2 crits from every character in a row, basically. Yes? Wow, that's amazing. Okay, well, I think at this point we'll just take out the Locust. I know that their hiker is locked out from using his ability. Let's get some good little healing action out there. Brilliant. Let's go ahead and do a big hit from Willa. Even at 3 stars, she can crit for 5,000 damage. It's low, but it's definitely not the lowest, which is nice, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and top her up before we get to the end of the battle here. Heals all heroes. That's not gonna do me any good versus the damage that I'm going to have to take from Cookbart, so we'll just take out Cookbart instead. Alrighty. Mike says swap Burnibus for Verda. Either Verda or Yeti. He won't synergize like Verda, but he will with Majisto. You're talking about because of all the counter damage. Yeah, I thought of doing that actually. So I can show you what that looks like. The problem is not actually my Burnibus on this particular team. Here, I'll do this one so that we can actually do a regular battle. The problem I don't think on this particular case is Master Burnibus. It's a combination of utility moves. So if I replace Burnibus with Yeti, then the Yeti has the potential to deal more damage for sure. In fact, let's go ahead and look at their stats really quick. So, Yeti has 16,000 health and 16,000 health, 2,500 attack, 1,200 defense. Now, my Burnibus is missing one piece of gear, but other than that, he's all leveled up. He's got a little bit less health, a little bit less attack, and a little bit less defense. So he is a little bit squishier, but his speed, he gains 25% to his speed for being on a team with Majisto. That means he's gaining another, 18 plus 4 is 22, so his speed is 112. Combine that with the Yeti, whose speed is only 96, and you get that Burnibus is actually going to go 16 points faster, whatever that means. So we're going to get more turns from Burnibus, and we're going to get a little bit increased, what's the word? I guess a little bit of a slight benefit from the Majisto's Tower first couple of moves. So I'm actually kind of like, I'm not entirely sure what to swap out, but if we take Burnibus out, then we lose a taunt removal. I don't know. Let me swap him out for the Yeti and see how that works. There's also a world in which I put Lloyd in here instead of Burnibus, because then Lloyd and Wu can synergize a little bit together. Lloyd can pop everybody into stealth if I need him to, and he's the fastest tank in the game, so it might actually make more sense for me to put Lloyd in instead of Master Burnibus. But again, we lose that taunt clear. Either Verda or Yeti, he won't synergize like Verda, blah, blah, blah. Run this team in the arena with Majisto's Tower. Lloyd, Wu, Jisto, Garmadon, and Burnibus. Majisto's Tower with Lloyd, okay, Wu, all right, Majisto, yes, Garmadon, and Burnibus. So you're not using Willa or Basil the Batlord. I just got Willa and Basil the Batlord. I want to use them for a while and see if I can make it happen, Cap'n. But I have actually considered putting Garmadon in there to see if that works. Let me actually try swapping out Lloyd for Master Burnibus and see if that works. He's got more health, attack, defense is a bit low. Lloyd's defense is quite low, but he does have a much higher dodge chance if I recall. Let's see, 12% versus Lloyd's base dodge chance, which is 18%. Plus, he gains dodge. At the end of his turn, he has a 50% chance to grant dodge up to the hero with the lowest health. So if that's him, he might grab dodge up as it is. And then, let's see. Where else does he grab dodge from? Is that Master Wu? What does Master Wu do, sir? Yeah. At the start of battle, Master Wu gains stealth. At the end of his turn, he grants Spinjitzu heroes that have stealth a bonus buff based on their roll. So you can get dodge up to with Lloyd. In this particular case, Lloyd also has the ability to heal himself with his second move. So maybe I'll swap him out for Lloyd here at the beginning and see what happens. Let's try that and see what we like about this one. See if this works out a little bit better. So let's come in here to this battle. Let's take out Burnibus. and replace him with our Lloydy Pants. Now, Lloydy Pants is still at 6 stars, as you guys have seen. So let's see what happens. This is especially going to get more lopsided once I've actually leveled up Barnabas to 7 stars, but that's not going to be for a bit. Because the first thing I need to do is spend all my cash upgrading other people instead. Okay, let's put the Highwayman on this team and go from there. So my goal in doing it this way was actually to get as many magical characters onto the team as I could, which is also part of the reason why I'm considering putting Venkman on the team, which I could probably do that today, actually. I could level him up to 60, although I don't think that his abilities are leveled up, which is obviously going to be a problem, because if his abilities aren't leveled up, I can't use him for anything. All right. We're going to come down here and see if we can take out Kai right from the beginning. Now, because we are on offense, we run things just a little bit differently, but nice to note that we can take down Kai right from the beginning. Let's go ahead and get a taunt out on our tankity tank that we want to tauntity taunt. And let's see if we can swap some of those buffs. Specifically, oh, no, we're not going to do that yet, because Garmadon is about to get a bunch of buffs, and then we want to swap them out. Let's keep our Basil the Batlord nice and living. Lloyd, sir. I'm going to take you down here. Now, we definitely don't want Willa to get hammered, which is what would happen if we left everybody out. So let's go ahead and see if we can take down Lloyd here. And then we're going to, while everybody stealth for a couple of turns. Ooh, yes, look at this. Look at this. We've got a vulnerable on our Lloyd. I can actually heal everybody with my Basil the Batlord, which I think I'm going to do. Try and keep my Lloyd nice and healthy. And then, let's see if I can swap everybody's buffs to their negative counterparts. So what did this put on Garmadon? Yeah, so Garmadon is nice and slow now. I like that. Definitely like that. Turn that speed up into speed down. Yes, Willa, that's why you are here. So, Lloyd is out. Now, let's lock everybody out of doing whatever's important to them. Look at all of these debuffs on the enemy team. It's so extreme. Okay, now Garmadon is out, and Garmadon has dodged down. Garmadon is vulnerable. Let's take him down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sir Mr. Roboto. Now, in this case, I don't think using Willa's ultimate is going to do very much, but it puts fear on everybody who didn't have the debuffs, which is very, very nice. So, let's go ahead and take down Lloyd. I mean, Zane, that's who we took down. Go ahead and smash out the hiker. Brilliant. Sweet. Okay. Now let's take a look in here and see what we have going on if we were to put Venkman on the team. So, one of the things that I'm getting right now is that I have the ability to create a giant sustain trap with a bunch of characters that can taunt, put into stealth, do some extra damage, etc., 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 etc. But if I switch Venkman onto the team, then that would allow me to actually increase the number of enchantment stacks that I get. Now, Venkman is not terribly slow, but not terribly fast either. His speed is 105, so putting him above that 100-point mark is pretty important. Let's see what would happen when he's attacked and takes damage from a spooky foe. Whenever another magical hero attacks, Peter has a 60% chance to heal 10% of his max health. So Peter has a little bit of his own sustain in there. That's pretty nice, especially if we have 3 other magical heroes on the team, namely Willa, Wu, and Majisto. But that means that we only have 1 spot for a tank on the team, which would currently be Basil the Batlord, because Willa would keep bringing him back to life, and that's the whole idea. Now I can do this, deal a bunch of damage to the target foe, reduce their pep by 50%. That's nice. If the target is spooky, or if we reduce their pep to 0, they get stunned. This one, which is actually the really big one here, Deal damage and call another hero to assist. If there are no other Ghostbuster heroes, which there won't be, call another random hero to assist for 50% damage instead. Now, if that calls Woo, then that has a chance to put the lowest health person into stealth. If that calls Majisto, that has a chance to clear buffs from the target if they have too many. If that calls Willa, then that will also inflict an additional debuff on the enemy. And if that would recall Basil the Batlord, then Basil the Batlord would heal himself, right? So, pretty good ability in general. And then his main ability here, 110% damage to the target foe with a 50% chance to deal a lot more bonus damage. So basically what we would be putting Venkman on the team for is just to like add a bunch of damage to the team. But we lose a bit of sustainability because we lose another tank, and he doesn't bring a lot of utility to the team, with the exception of this ability here, which can actually reduce everybody's pep. The last point that I'm going to make about this is I actually don't know if I have enough mats to actually upgrade him all the way. In fact, I don't think that I do. So this whole statement might have been a little bit useless at the moment. Where can I see? Is it here? Here? I've got 39 tier 3 ability elixirs, so I do not have enough to level him up. But we might have to give it a shot. Yes, I have 3,000 tier 1 ability elixirs. This is correct. I have many, many tier 1 ability elixirs. In fact, let's go ahead and see where I would have to stop leveling him up. So we can level up all of these with no problem. So his primary attack, we can get all the way up. I've got over 600 of those, so I'm not super worried about it. These would also level up the same way, I imagine. 3 with another tier 2 ability elixir. Now these are where I'm gonna get a little bit stuck, I would imagine. 3, okay, and it's gonna take 25 for that last point, and then this one, boom, boom, boom. Ooh, all right, so I can actually get pretty close. Let's see, whenever Peter is attacked and takes damage from a spooky foe, he has a 40% chance to counter. So that's not gonna be super important because I'm not facing spooky foes that much. And it would take that 40% to 50%. He has a 50% chance to heal, so that's not super important. But what about this one? Inflicts and adds the stun. Let's give this a shot, and let's see what happens. I'll take this ability up. That means I only need, what? 18 more tier 3 ability elixirs to get this last one. That's fine. I'll go ahead and slap this Grand Dynamite 1 on him because none of the other characters that I'm currently leveling up actually need this one anyway. So I'm gonna put it on our Venkman, and then I've got 1.7 million. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend the 250,000 to level him up to 4 stars. I'm gonna put him on our Brickspedition team and see how it functions. Okay. Whoops. All right, so let's equip this gear. Gear up. That puts his attack up to 3,600, and he's only at 3 stars. Let's put him up to 4 stars and see what happens here. Wow, 3,900, and I still have levels to take him up. We've got 1 million coins left, and he's over 4,000 attack, and he's only at 4 stars. What is happening, Peter Venkman? Wow. That is so much attack damage. Okay. Let's come into our events and see what we have going on here. See what we need to do. I might need to change out several different people to really make this work. But let's see what happens if I replace Lloyd with Venkman. Now, I always forget that one of the things I actually need to do is taunt with Basil the Batlord, because if he dies, Willa brings him back to life. I keep forgetting about this point, and it's an important one because it's kind of it's one of the crucial things about using that team together. So let's see how that works. Oberon Khalid, what's going on? Stealthy County Champion, yes. Here is the Venkman test. Okay, a good team to test against. We're gonna try and take out the enemy Majisto first. Let's see if we can do that given the relative speeds of everybody else on the team. I don't think we're going to get to because Brutus is going to be assigning his taunt first, which means that we're gonna need to take out Jester Go-Go first because he's going to get that taunt. So we'll go ahead and start putting damage on Jester Go-Go-Nator. Now we'll do some AoE and grab the taunt on Basil the Batlord, which should be fine for the moment. Ooh, I could actually start by switching out. Well, no, I don't need to swap Go-Go's defense up because it doesn't do anything. So instead, we're actually just going to inflict him with some fear. And now, let's actually call an assist, maybe? Yeah, because this should just kill him. 3,000 damage plus, oh, just barely not enough to get Jester Go-Go out. But now Jester Go-Go is gonzo. Yes, love the counter, loving the counter. Let's go ahead and put more counter on. Now I think their Burnibus is probably going to be removing all of these buffs from our biddity boy Basil the Batlord. So let's actually go ahead and remove his taunt. Let's go ahead and take out Princess Verda while she's lying there about to die anyway. I still don't need to convert things. And I don't have anybody inflicted with fear. So doing her AoE still doesn't do us any good. Oh, look at that counter coming in. Okay. I might have to change my mind about this. Look at that 7,000 point crit. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit of this. Okay, so this is dealing a significant amount of damage. We still have more heals. Look at that. Look at how many stacks of enchantment I have on all of these characters. That's ridiculous. You'd never be able to kill them. Wow. Okay. I might have to try this. Captain Flameheart Venkman fully maxes 4,900 base attack. That's the second highest behind Slimer, and Slimer hits like a truck. You need about 4,500 event currency to unlock Major Kartovsky, says Captain Flameheart. Not quite sure where that one came in, but sure. He used to be on YouTube, but trying Twitch now, level 60, 1.5 million power. Over on who are you talking about that used to be on YouTube? Okay, what are we gonna try next? Actually, let's come back into the arena and try things out with. Okay, let's try things against this team. Now, obviously, this team has 2 tanks on it. If I swap out here for Venkman, let's just see what happens, right? Because I have a feeling that Captain Redbeard is actually going to go kind of nuts because it's going to be pretty hard for me to get to Captain Redbeard. Because as soon as I hit him, which I need to start off by doing, then we're going to be in a more significant amount of trouble. So, okay. We're going to start by hitting Captain Redbeard because we need that to start. Now, let's put the taunt out on our Basil the Batlord, and then we're gonna go ahead and do Willa's basic attack. Now we get the miss in there, that's excellent. We don't want to remove any pep from her, which is great. We get the taunt clear. Now, okay, we're in an okay spot. I'm actually going to put my heal and my counter on Venkman. Then remove that taunt from you. Now, if I can fear, brilliant. This is excellent. This is excellent. Okay, yes, and my Venkman, it looks like my Venkman is going to go next. So, let's do a little damage to Wu so we don't get the counter from Redbeard. Then, can we just smash? We cannot. But the timing is perfect. And look at this. We get around all of the Scarlet taunting because the timing is perfect, and we smash out Captain Redbeard. Oh, this is nice, guys. Yes! All right. Yes, get that counter action back in there. Woo, oh my goodness. Woo, because of his ability, is actually going to put Scarlet into stealth, which actually took her taunt away and then makes Woo vulnerable to us again. Everybody, oh my goodness, this is totally working. Why is this totally working? This is crazy. And now everybody with the prepared on the team, why is this working so well? This doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, Majisto's tower is stupid. Wow, look at all of the prepared action going on. All of these extra attacks coming out. Everybody with stacks of enchantment, more stacks of enchantment. Look at this, this is crazy town. Crazy town. Wow, guys. This team is not even close to leveled up all the way. We never even got close to losing. Not even close. Ended the battle with all 5 of my characters all completely full of HP. This is a little bit wild. I'm not going to lie. It's way more surprising than I was expecting it to be, and it worked way better than I expected it to. All right. Let's come back into the Brickspedition. Now, the real test is going to be to see how that functions against ninjas. Yes? Ninjas. Let me go ahead and go into my teams. I'm going to go ahead and edit this guy. We're going to take Burnibus out and replace him with the Vanky Vank. Save that team. So now the only character that I need to get up to gear level 7 is Basil the Batlord, which is not going to take me very long. Additionally, it means that I know that I need to spend a little bit more time actually shelling out currency in order to get my Willa tiles faster. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to convert some of these gems into some money because I have some other characters that, as you guys have seen, are ready to go up to 7 stars. But I just don't have the money to take them up there. So let's see, for example, what am I looking at here? Burnibus is not gonna give me any extra tiles, neither is Valiant. Princess Verda, I've got 32 extra tiles for Princess Verda. That would be 320 master currency. That is 2/3 of a Willa purchase. Headley, however, look at this. I have 121 extra Headley tiles right now. 121. That means that if I were to convert him, that would be 1,210. That's almost 3 full purchases of Willa tiles. I can get her up to 4 stars pretty quickly that way. Winston Zedmore, interesting. If I were to level up Winston, we get a little bit more Ghostbuster synergy, but I don't know who on the team I would replace. Probably nobody. Winston is very, very tanky, very hard to kill when he's totally leveled up, but nah, I'm not gonna worry about that one. Anyway, I digress. Minor Clay, 75 plus 100, 175 plus 150 needs 325, so I'm still far away from finishing up him. Blacktron Dwayne is on the way, that's fine. Fitness Instructor, 50 plus 75 is 125, plus 100 is 225, plus 150 is 375. So I've got 330 extra fitness instructor tiles. That's another 300 Willa currency. I've got enough to put Garmadon up to 4 stars. Crook Chuck is not there, and neither is anybody else. But you guys have seen what I'm farming. Cactus Girl and Hot Dog Man will be following close behind. So yeah, I'm gonna have to spend some money and actually upgrade some of these characters so that I can get that Willa farm going. Willa is amazing, especially if she doesn't get one-shotted by the ninjas right at the beginning. So there. Oberon. Learning several tricks from Matt, so very grateful. And EMZ, it works because you have 4 magical units and a castle tank. Yeah, so EMZ, that's what I was really working on. That was what I was really seeing. with this team. And the why was a bit more facetious. Like, I actually know exactly why it works, and EMZ is exactly right. So, for those of you who are maybe newer to the stream or interested in knowing some of the mechanics, listen to EMZ. EMZ knows what he's talking about. But yes, prioritize using the magical unit's specials to constantly gain enchantment stacks over their basics. For example, using Wu's Dispel for the enchantment is more effective than saving it. Aha! You might be very, very right. But in this case, and for this fight, we're just gonna hammer on everybody. Good night, Aurora. Good night, Aurora. And then we're gonna get an assist from Venkman. And we're going to take Cactus Girl down. Good night, businessman. Fitness instructor, your bum is all alone. And now you're in the dead zone. And I'm moving on to the next node of the Expedition. Just, obviously that was a terrible song, but I'm glad you liked it. You didn't tell me you liked it. I'm just assuming you did because, you know, I'm weird. All right. Because the defensive-offensive nature of having a stack is more versatile than having a dispel. GKM just got Willa to 4 stars. What's up, GKM? How you doing, bruh? Camlin, you are a little late to the party, but check out the composition I'm running today. 5-star Majisto's tower, plus all of these 5 characters. We have Wu and Majisto at gear level 7, 6 stars. All these characters are at level 60. Willa still at 3 stars. Venkman at 4 stars, but both of them gear level 7. And then my Basil the Batlord only missing 1 piece of gear to prevent him from being gear level 7. He is at 5 starry stars. Starry night. Any Josh Groban fans out there? Starry night. That's not how he sounds. He's got a really great voice. He's also apparently a really cool dude. I know some people who dated him, actually. That's not true. I know one person who dated him in real life. Said he was very, very kind. Anyway, Hank the Castaway. I'm going to start with you because you do more damage than anyone else on the team. Now let's see if I can just take you out. Thank you very much. Now the next person I'm going to want to focus on is Willa. But let's see if I can. Willa, my Willa, swap some of those defensive ups for some defensive downers. Now let's go ahead and get a big ol' assist in here. Nice. We'll go ahead and take down this taunt, please and thank you. Now, Willa the Witch, you are sitting there with the ability to just get in my way. All right. Willa, I need to take you down, Mamma Jamma. And everybody gets those stacks of enchantment. Let's go ahead and remove some turn meter and do a big ol' blasty blast to the facey face of the characters. Oh my goodness, so many E to the E's in that statement. Just way too many in general. How many plays am I gonna get here? Probably a few. So I'll give the heal out to everybody, which gives everybody more stacks of enchantment, and we smash. GKM, I'm actually gonna run your team using the team you're using in the arena for my next free-to-play Majisto's Tower vid. Yes, dude, do it. I prefer Garmadon on my Majisto's Tower team for the buff immunity on assist. Oh yeah. That could be pretty good. If you get the assist from Wu, that's one of those 75% chance things that I'm like, come on guys, just make it a 100% chance and then have everybody like plan for it. 75% chance is enough that if it happens, you're like, yes, because I was expecting it to, because it's better than 50%. And when it doesn't happen, I am supremely disappointed because the world is unfair. Okay. Now let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just play around with this team. What is it because, oh, pirate and castle characters, or nothing. This is the one we're going to go into because we're showcasing the team today. Now I'm starting to use the Scarlets at the beginning because they're here and they're screaming,
Please use me because I'm Scarlet and this is what my voice sounds like apparently.
GKM needs Vankman at Gear 7. Yeah, dude, Vankman was really easy to get to Gear 7 because his big pink piece of gear that he needs, no one else on my team needed. Literally 0 other people needed. In all of the things that I have upgraded so far, it's been kind of extraordinary to see how few people actually needed that. Okay, Basil the Fat Lord, gain that taunt, good sir. Let's go ahead and put Fear down, and let's see if we can just smash out Little Redbeard. Good night, Little Redbeard. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Do you want to cramp my style? I really love that song. Did that show, actually. $1 Million Quartet. I played Johnny Cash. Played a little guitar. Yeah. All right, what are we doing next here? I guess we're going to take out Woo while he's still alive and kicking. Let's see if we can swap. Yes. Let's swap some of those biggity buffs. And then let's do a little bit of pep removal on the Woo Screw. And then let's destroy the Woo Screw. Yes. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab this little heal with my buddy Scarlet, because that will give her the taunt for 2 turns, letting me actually just work my little magic here. Brilliant. Now, once we get back around to our Willa, we're going to do a little questionable thing. We're actually going to use her special because it will give everybody prepared. Yes? And now everybody has fear as well. Fear! Fear, I think, is one of the most, what's the right word here? Discounted debuffs in the game. Fear is incredibly powerful, especially against a team like the ninjas, because the ninjas are, if you can hit them, relatively fragile. The importance of that is that fear decreases the amount of damage you do dependent on how much health you have lost. So the weaker you are, the weaker you become. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Increases buff duration. Don't really care. Clears taunt and stealth, but heals everybody. Nobody needs healing except for Basil the Batlord, so we'll just do it this way. But anyway, so what was I saying? Right. Fear actually will reduce the amount of damage that a target does based on how much health they are missing. So the weaker they get, the closer to death they get, the less damage they do. And because of the scaling factor of all of the ninja's special abilities, the fear also scales with that as well. So if you have a character that's doing 100% damage and they're at 50% health, then now they might only be doing 50% damage instead. If they were dealing 200% damage and they're missing 50% of their health, then they're dealing 100% damage, right? Because half as much. Now, I don't think the conversion is exactly 1-to-1, but you get the point there. The bigger increase a person has to their attack stat, the bigger decrease they get if you have fear on them. Important to remember. GKM. All right, sorry. Give me a second here, guys. GKM has lots of posts. I want to make sure to read through all these. Fernando says, what should I farm now? I'm about done with pirates and need to finish up my Scarlet. Fernando, once you are done with pirates, the next most useful thing for you to get is going to be either some sort of space team, if you're looking at that sort of Swiss Army knife thing that they wanted to throw around. A ninja team might help you more, but actually no. If you're already farming up your pirates and you're done with them, you don't really need a ninja team unless you just want it, because they're not going to help you unlock any content that the pirates wouldn't normally, except that I think they're mostly builders, so that could help you in Pip Town if you still need that. You will need a city team at some point to get through one of the challenges for all of the ability materials. So you might want to work on a city team if that's important to you. Otherwise, this spooky team that's in the meta right now is like pretty solid. So I don't know if you have the ability to farm the master store. If you don't, then I would suggest actually putting together the free-to-play team that GKM has been playing with in his arena shard. It is a very, very powerful team, free-to-play, and I don't think it requires Basil or Willa, so you can hit him up for that. But those should be some options for you. If anybody else has other suggestions, let me know. Also, GKM says, Garmadon is also free to play. Great option. He works with Wu, gives his assist the boost for huge damage. Yes, so that's what GKM was saying before. So on this team that I am currently using, what is this? Oh, more energy. On the team that I am currently using, you could, for example, swap out Venkman for Garmadon. And then you get the chance that you get the assist from Wu. He is a little bit slower in terms of base stats, but whenever another ninja hero suffers a crit, including himself, or in this case, Master Wu, he gets turn meter. So he can end up going very, very quickly. And then with his big giant foot ability, he actually has the ability to generate an extraordinary amount of damage and put buffs on the rest of the team. Now, swapping him out for Venkman would mean that I lose the magical tag, so I'm gonna have fewer stacks of enchantment, but Garmadon hits like a truck, and he has his AoE, which heals him to 100% health. I know it says it's based on like the damage he does, but he does so much damage that it heals him up completely, let's be honest. Spend more energy on brick pace events for this time quest. Why are they keeping giving us this to us? Like, this is terrible. Get it out of here. But yes, Garmadon is an excellent choice for that team if you have him, and he's relatively free to play as long as you do your brick expedition every day, because that's where you get the tiles. I like Redbeard's cleanse in this debuff heavy meta. Yeah, that's a really, really good thing to keep in mind. When is the update, says GKM. We don't know, dude. Oh yeah, because Jester Gogo got on. I think the update will be coming tomorrow, says Jester Gogo. Let's hope that you're right, Jester Gogo. Let's hope you're right. Basil needs apples. Yes, that is his one, like, big drawback. Anybody who requires apples is just, like, such a pain in the butt. Courage needs to counter fear somehow. Dude! That would be perfect! Yes, it should, because courage and fear, duh, direct opposites, love it. They can do a battle pass. The gold pass will cost 1,000 gems. That's pretty good, actually. GKM, when's our video coming out, dude? The people have been asking me about it. Let them know what the sketchy sketch is. That's schedule for those of you who don't speak weirdo. Okay. Let's do this team. Now here's a team that has a decent amount of damage on it. Let's see how we counter that with our team here. I'm gonna throw Egon on the team. No, I'm gonna throw Egon on the team for the last battle. I'm gonna save this Egon. Yes, yes. I'm gonna put Kai on the team for this one. Egon with his especially special, especially if I'm running Venkman on my team, this should be fun. Well, as long as I don't just get absolutely trounced by whoever's at the end of the board today, which I can't remember who it is. All right. So we're still gonna be taking out Captain Redbeard. Foist, yes, please and thank you. I don't have a bunch of debuffs I need to remove, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Wu's special, which, nice. Gets the assist from Kai for a little extra damage in there. We get the first heal of the game from Hikety Hike Hiker. We'll put some fear on, and then let's see if we can get a lucky shot here. Ooh, we do get the assist from Kai, and then Kai taken down, gaining 70% turn meter because he's a boss. We already have Hardy on our Basil the Batlord. This is excellent news. You cannot take him down, sir. You cannot take him down. I will heal him up again. And now Basil the Bat Lord attacks. Yes. And then we have, should I do a turn? Let's see. Deal damage. If a foe is inflicted with fear, that doesn't do me any good. Everybody has so many stacks of enchantment that they will never ever die. Let's go ahead and use more specially specials. And then Pirate Cook Bart. We're going to want to take you down next, as long as we cannot get to the Highwayman. Highwayman is the most dangerous person left on this board, but under the circumstance, there we go. Now we can go ahead and lock him out. Let's see if we can take the Highwayman down. And then take him down. Now we need 2 more turns here. So here's the thing. I actually want to slow down the damage here. This is going to actually, I think, increase the damage that I'm dealing, because everybody's going to get prepared. So we're going to do, yeah, because essentially what I'm getting at here is I just need more time to get to the heals, but I don't know if I'm going to get to. This is pretty funny, actually. Okay. Woof. What to do here? Basic attack. Basil goes under. Man, it's too bad there's no pass in the game. Let's do a miss. 1 turn. 1 turn away. Well, he'll get a little bit of a heal that way. Wow. All right, so Basil was 1 turn away from getting to use his special to regain all of the health. So this next battle could be interesting. Although, if Basil goes down right at the beginning, then Willa's gonna bring him back to life. So that would be awesome. GKM's gonna edit today! Excellent. Gonna capture some Brickspedition footage to use with our video. Nice. Extreme, did I answer your question? I don't think I did. Please post it again. Mike, he ain't reading Twitch at the moment. Don't know what that's all about. I've been away for half an hour, so I've missed a lot. Did I read the team you suggested? Mike, yes, I did. But I did read it and commented on it. But post it again, because now I don't remember what it was. Oh, it's collectibles today. Oh, this should be soups fun with a Buddy Egon. Let's bring Buddy Egon into this world with us. Thank you, Egon. GKM made a video for the best team to run with Majisto's Tower if you're free to play. Spoiler alert, no Basil and Willa, correct, because they are not considered free to play characters. Ran it in Arena for about a month, but they get stomped by the Slimer spooky teams. Aha. Very true. And Extreme says, what are my stream goals for 2021? That's a very good question, dude. And I think I'd have to say that my stream goals for 2021 are probably to increase my stream viewership to the point where I can quit my day job. How about that? That'd be fun. Deals damage to all other foes who have stealth, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. So, in order to do that, I'm actually going to have to find more time to stream. I'm actually going to have to find more things to stream as well. I do have a lot of ideas for this at the moment. I just need time to implement them. And unfortunately, it's been a very slow implementation because for the majority of this year so far, I've been, well, figuring out the whole streaming process and dealing with COVID and the fact that the acting world has basically ceased to exist for the time being. But I do need to find more time to do that, especially we're still planning the wedding in March, so there's actually a lot going on. Let's see. Select a hero. If the target's a Ghostbuster, they crit damage. If they're spooky, blah, blah, blah. Don't really care about this at the moment. Let's just get him out of here. So yeah, dude, those are my stream goals. If I get lucky enough, then I'd actually... Oh, maybe you guys can help me with this. Who knows? You never know who you're talking to on these things. I would love to be in any of the new Disney Star Wars shows coming out. Ahsoka, Rogue Squadron, the movie, Rangers. There's like 6 of them coming out. Lando. I want to be in one of them. If you know anybody who can get me connected to that group, please let me know. I'm putting that out there now. Using the secret, manifesting it, all that kind of stuff. So that's a big goal. It's not a stream goal, obviously, but it is a goal. Okay. Coming back into here, we are almost ready to just unleash the beast on the next round of this collectible team. This should be somewhat hilarious, actually. Let's just go ahead and take down the zombie real fast. Please and thank you. Ah, okay. Now we're actually going to put this on Vankman so that we can be ready to just demolish on the next go round. I just need bingo. All right, so I have everybody ready to go. I'm gonna center this basic special on the Yeti so that I can put Dizzy on him for sure. Then I'm going to smash out the Highwayman using this special. Look at that, 11,000 points of damage. I do not need the fear. I don't need to clear taunts or any of that kind of stuff. So we're just gonna do this basic here. Now, let's go ahead and deal the specially special. Yes! Everybody's gonna now get vulnerable, locked out of all of their special abilities. Let's go ahead and take down the Yupster. Now, is this gonna do me any good at this point? I don't think so. If I were to do this, if they don't have any buffs, they all get feared, but I don't need them to be feared. All the heroes gain crit chance. I might as well just deal damage instead to everybody. None of them have fear, but they will lose turn meter because 2 of them have debilitate. Fine, dandy, whatevs. 14,000 points of damage done to the Yeti. Oh man, just wrecking it. Just wrecking it. Fernando, yes, I am getting married in March to the beautiful woman who from time to time graces us with her face on my stream. You might have just heard her giggle in the background. She thinks I'm a goofball, which works to my advantage because I'm pretty weird. Let's put people in the excavation here. Let me tell you, for those of you who haven't done it, which is probably all of you, planning a wedding during COVID is a chore. It's a constantly changing set of rules and restrictions, which means that we constantly are changing the number of people who may or may not be able to come. We are hoping just as much as everybody else that these vaccine rollouts go very, very smoothly, and that they at the very least keep the rules the way they are now, if not start to alleviate some of them, because we now have a plan for a wedding under the current rules. So please, 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 everybody, for my benefit, wear a mask, wash your hands, and follow all the rules, because I want to get married. I want to have a wedding that I have now had to plan 2.5 times because of all the changing situations going on, and I really don't want to have to do it again. So please, please, please follow the rules. If you're not gonna do it for your grandparents because they're high risk, or your immunocompromised friends because they're high risk, then do it for me. Because despite the fact that I do not fall into any of the high risk categories, I wanna have a big party. And that makes it sound really stupid. All right, tomorrow for everybody gains defense up for 2 turns, we don't care. 15% max health for the entire battle, that's nice. Oh, nope, never mind. That's where my screen cuts off, so I can't put it up there. But all heroes gain 2 stacks of heal over time for 3 turns, which we also don't care about. So, guys, this is traditionally where we end the stream. I'm gonna do one more arena battle featuring this new team that I'm working on. In the meantime, please put any comments, questions, concerns into the stream feed. That way, when I'm done with this arena battle, I can rip through some questions for you. should I try against a spooky team and see how this works? This could be interesting. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if I just get my butt handed to me. So, if we take down the ghost first, that would put us in a brilliant spot. Basil the Batlord is going to come back to life as long as Willa is alive. So I think we have to worry about taking down the ghost first, because we do. So we'll do this basic attack here. Now, their Basil the Batlord is most likely going to taunt, which is fine and dandy. That's obviously what we are going to do with ours. Now, we want to keep their... Okay, great. So now, I want to see if I can turn all of these buffs around. I do turn a lot of them around. That is brilliant. Oh, did their Basil the Batlord not taunt? It doesn't look like he did. That's awesome. So we're going to remove turn meter because now we get a stun on the enemy ghost. That's going to work out in our favor. Let's continue to try to take him down. I just want to get a big hit and take him out. Oh, so close. There he goes. Okay, now their Basil the Batlord taunts, which is going to be a little bit of an issue because we don't have a taunt clear, except that we just had his taunt cleared. Interesting. Let's see. If they're affected with fear... Let's see, copy. If the foe has 60% or less health, yes, we will copy these abilities, or rather disabilities, to everybody else. This is fantastic. My Majisto clearing the taunt off of everybody else. Oh my goodness, I am demolishing this full spooky team right now. Skeleton Yorick, I'm just leaving on the table because, to be completely honest with you, I'm not really sure what he does, but I am pretty sure I'm not worried about it. Now we'll get one of our heals off on the entire enemy team. We're gonna go ahead and give another heal to Basil the Batlord. Then, ooh, I know that their Willa is about to go right after me. So, if I give everybody prepped, then she's going to remove it. Yes. So I'm actually going to wait for their Willa to use her special first, so that when it gets back to my Willa, I can put all of these abilities right back onto the enemy team. If they're still alive, that is. So, we've got Basil the Batlord going down here. Oof. Woo. Taking some hits. Now, let's swap all of these abilities back over to the enemy team, please, and thank you very much. 14,000 point hit coming in from our 4-star Vankman. And now we're just gonna heal up everybody on the team because at this point, I'm just flexing in the face of this enemy team that got utterly demolished! Demolished! By my new team! Oh my goodness, this is the team of doom, boys and girls. The team of doom! I'm liking this. I don't know how well this team is going to function on defense, so we will see as the day progresses what happens. But I'm kind of excited about it. All right, what did you guys say while I was in that battle? Red TDR, what's up, my dude? Captain, for being in a Star Wars movie or series, you can try out the 501st Legion. Red says no, but I don't know why you said no. 501st is a worldwide Star Wars costuming organization. They use the Legion in episode 8 of The Mandalorian, where you see all the stormtroopers. Yep. It might also give you a way to other Star Wars related events. Thank you, Captain. I will look into that. Fernando says, good luck with the wedding. Thank you, buddy. I really do appreciate it. We are very, very excited for it to be coming up and happening. And at this point, I'm just really anxious for us to be there and be finished having to constantly update ourselves on COVID rules. It's a lot. EMZ, on defense, a pirate team can beat your team as it doesn't have any stealth. I would recommend having Ghost or Lloyd in there somehow. Yes, EMZ. I was working on that with Lloyd in place of, what's his name? Vankman. But I think I'm going to stick with this team for a second and see how it works out. It did work with Lloyd. We tried that at the beginning. And then I just swapped out Vankman to see if it worked. And I like the smashy pants. So we'll see if I get enough stacks of enchantment to make people's battling against me just really obnoxious, and maybe they just won't do it. But as long as I can actually only worry about getting kicked back to like 60, maybe 70 over an evening, then I can always get under 50 throughout the course of the day. And sub 50 is really where I like to live. If I can get up to first position like once just to complete the achievements, that would be very, very nice. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because that Ghost Slimer team that's always sitting at the top, that's a real beast. Matt, is the team I suggested not leveled up for you? Mike, oh, yes, I don't have Garmadon leveled up all the way. I have Lloyd at gear level 7, 6 stars. I have Woo, obviously, and Jisto. You guys see that all the time. My Burnibus is 1 gear piece away from gear level 7 and 1 tile away from 7 stars. So he's basically there, but I haven't invested hardly anything in my Garmadon right now. But Mike, that is an excellent team that you are suggesting there. So it is an excellent one to try, an excellent one to showcase. It has fewer in stacks of enchantment than the one that I'm currently using, which is why I'm using this current one. The whole idea is just to have so many stacks of enchantment on the team at all times that it makes it basically impossible to kill them, because even if you kit somebody down to 0, well, instead they lose a stack of enchantment and they gain hardy. And then if you get all their enchantment gone, then they lose hardy, but they gain stealth. And in the meantime, there's so many other characters to add stacks of enchantment through their specials and everything else. That's the goal. But we'll see how it works. So far, it's worked pretty well today. Would you change anything on this team? Fernando says. Redbeard, Argenta, Bart, Hiker, and Woo. Yes, Fernando, I would swap out the Hiker for Scarlet. If you do that, then you have a top 50 arena team on your hands. Now, Fernando, the team that you're listing, if you were to do that in the Brickspedition, that's excellent, because you don't actually need tanks in the Brickspedition, except for maybe some of the last couple of battles. But for the most part, on offense, you don't really need tanks. It's on defense that you really need tanks. So your team would work really well. But for an arena team, swap out the Hiker for Scarlet or Lloyd. Given what you said, Redbeard, Argenta, Bart, Hiker, and Woo. Yeah, swap out the Hiker for either Lloyd or Scarlet, and you'll be golden. Mike, you have the goal to invest in him. I think you will get at least 3rd in arena with that team. I can auto most of the Brickspedition every week with this team. Mike, I believe it. I believe it, good sir. I could probably auto battle the Brickspedition with the team that I just put together today. I just didn't want to because I want to learn their abilities and their synergies. And oftentimes I find that actually doing the battle myself, especially if I know what I'm doing, actually goes faster than the auto battling because I can run it more efficiently, even though it takes a little bit longer for me to click buttons than it does for the computer to click them itself. Even on day 7. Nice to know, dude. Good to hear. Alrighty, folks, let me give you a little bit of an update. This is the end of the stream. On Tuesday, we are going back out to Pennsylvania to spend some time with Kelsey's parents over Christmas. I will still be streaming over the holiday, but I will be streaming from the woods. So we are going to be, the sound quality is going to be a little bit different. I am going to be using that headset again. And I won't have my fancy see-through background, but expect on Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday and Sunday that I will be out in the woods. Uh-oh, there's a gremlin coming. This is Kelsey. Fernando, you asked before. This is Kelsey right here.
I heard you guys talking about me, so I figured
We
I
were
should show
talking
up.
about you. Kelsey's getting ready to teach a fitness class in 25 minutes. So if you really want to, hit her up on Instagram Live or Zoom. And
Not today.
What are you doing today?
Today I have the in the wild. I'm going to teach in
Oh,
person in the
right.
snow.
She's going to teach outside in the snow because she's hardcore and she's a bad donkey because I can't say bad words. You know what I mean if you're adults. Anyway, so yes, that's what we're doing. EMZ says, come visit me. EMZ, hit me up on Discord. Let me know what general area you live in. Don't give me your address. Do not give me your address. Don't do that. But if you live in some general part of Pennsylvania that's close, then maybe we can meet for coffee or something. That would actually be pretty cool. But anyway, for the rest of you, see you later, folks. I will be back on Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already, hit that like or subscribe button because it helps me make money, and I like money.